Yo, what's going up, guys? Welcome back to Marky Picks here, and today I've got another free 6-pick prize pick slip for you, covering the MLB, college football, and some Thursday night NFL action for today's slate. First, I want to go ahead and recap yesterday's slip. So on the slip I posted, we hit 2 out of 6. Was definitely my worst slip on the channel so far. You know, it was bound to happen at some point. You know, it was a shame. I thought I had a good slip going here, and it just didn't pan out. We got there on Martin Perez, although that one, it wasn't looking good early, but we were still able to get there after he got taken out. Jacob deGrom, he didn't quite have the outing I thought he was going to have, but he did have a good amount of strikeouts. I took on the second slip, you see I got him at 6 strikeouts, so I ended up pushing the line, but still a solid projection there. Yohan Oviedo, he just didn't really have the command in this game. He had really a lot of pitches thrown early on in this outing, and really just couldn't find a way to put away the Cub hitters. They were scrabbling on him. Verlander, he actually pitched really well in this game. He pitched 7 innings, I believe. He didn't get the strikeouts like I thought he would, but he did get the under 5.5 hits allowed, which I had him on the second pick, on the second slip that I posted. Well, I didn't post the second slip, but it's on the second slip that I made off camera. But, you know, overall, these two slips brings our total to the channel to 30 out of 54%, which is a 55.6% hit rate, which is still a solid number going into today. So we're hoping to turn the tide and just look to bounce back and get the momentum rolling again. So let's get into the first pick for tonight. I'm going into the NFL with some Thursday night football action. We're rolling with Josh Allen over 266.5 passing plus rushing yards. My projection has him at 304.3 total yards, which gives us a really nice edge on this line. The Dolphins' pass defense is average, and their rush defense is also average. Josh Allen's rushing lines also look good in this as well, so if you want to also take the over on that, that's also solid. But I do like to get the extra help just in case the Bills decide to air it out. Allen can rack up big numbers both on the ground and through the air. Josh Allen in primetime always shows up, and this game has a high total on the board, so there's going to be plenty of opportunities for him to rack up both passing and rushing production. He's also chasing that MVP this year, and these are the kinds of games where he likes to put on a show. Lock me in for Josh Allen over 266 passing plus rushing yards. Next pick, we're heading over to college football with Chase Jenkins over 88.5 passing yards. Now, my projection has him at 143.5 yards, so this gives us a solid cushion here. I know I'm going against the trend here. He's actually gone under this number in every game so far this season, but my model really likes him to throw more than usual in this matchup. A little insight on this game, Rice is on the road in Charlotte tonight, and it's their first conference game of the year. They're just 1.5 point favorites on the line, so I'm expecting a grinded out type of battle here. But for Rice to be successful, I think they need to lean on the passing game a little bit more in this game. Charlotte's defense is pretty below average, both against defending the run and the pass, so this sets up as a strong offensive matchup overall. I like Jenkins to clear this line. Now we're moving on to some MLB action for the rest of this slip. Pick number 3 is Shane Bass over 4.5 strikeouts. He's been really consistent at this number, going over in 20 of 29 starts this season against the Blue Jays. He's cleared it in 2 of 3 matchups, and recently he's been even stronger, hitting this line in 8 of his last 10 and 4 of his last 5 games. My projection has him sitting around this number, but leaning slightly over, so with the trends and matchups lining up here, I like him to get it done tonight. Next up, we got JT Ginn under 2.5 earned runs allowed. My projection has him at 1.98 earned runs allowed, which gives us a little breathing room under the line. He's been right around 50% on this number, going under in 5 of his last 10 games, but the encouraging part is his recent form. He's gone under in back-to-back starts and has looked really sharp on the mound. I like him to carry that momentum into this matchup and keep runs off the board. Next pick, we're rolling with Cade Povich over 5 strikeouts. He's been really reliable at this number, only going under it once in his last 10 games. So at the very least, we've got a good shot to tie here. My projection has him at 5.47 strikeouts, and my model basically makes this a 50-50 percentage line. You know, that's why I'm calling this one of my more of an insurance policy picks here. He should be right on the number, and I'm trusting him to at least push, if not go over here. And for the final pick of the slip, we're going Randy Vasquez, under 2.5 earned runs allowed. My projection has him at 1.66 earned runs allowed. And he's been solid at this line, you know, going under in 4 of his last 5 starts and 17 of 24 games overall this season. Now, I'll admit, this one carries a little risk. It's getaway day for the Padres, and it's also the rubber match in this series, which means the Mets might roll out their big bats here. But with Vasquez's recent form, I still like him to stay under this number. All right, that wraps up the slip. Let's do a quick recap of the picks. We got Josh Allen over 266.5 passing plus rushing yards. Chase Jenkins over 88 passing yards. Shane Bass over 4.5 strikeouts. JT Ginn under 2.5 earned runs allowed. Cade Povich over 5 strikeouts. And rounding out the slip, Randy Vasquez under 2.5 earned runs allowed. That's the full card for today. As always, tail at your own risk. Play responsibly. You know, if you're rocking with me, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your favorite pick, and subscribe to the channel for more daily breakdowns and projections. Good luck everyone tonight, and let's cash this one.